Let me start off by saying this. Whenever you want to do your makeup, you want to make sure you are moisturized. Why do I say you want to be moisturized? Because bitch, how the fuck do you expect to put on some full coverage ass shit and expect not to be cakey and 10 minutes later like bitch, you know what, you're done. You're done. Who the fuck do you think you are trying to bite me in my face like that? Today we shall be doing a get ready with me. This is the finished look. It's cute. It's we have color, we have depth, we have light, we have joy in our face, we have life. You know what I'm saying? You may be asking, bitch, where are you going? That's a fantastic question. I'm not entirely sure. Let's start this video. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Doris. Today we shall be doing a makeup tutorial. Why are we doing a makeup tutorial? You know what? Let's not even name it makeup tutorial, because if you do what I do and it doesn't come out right, bitch, I don't fucking know. So maybe let's just say, get ready with me. And that's that. So today I have like 3 new products that I'm going to be using that I've never used before, or different variations of things. For example, the Milani Make It Last matte. I've never used this, but I've used the original and I like it. I do. I guess I just wanted to try something else. We're gonna see. Also by Milani, I bought this new primer. It has sunscreen in it. I don't know much about it other than the fact that it has sunscreen in it. If you see me dozing off over here, it's because this is where my mirror is at. If you see me dozing off over here, it's because I don't want to make eye contact with anybody. So there is that. I feel as if you need a water bottle, a little fan. This is a game changer. I really like having a little fan. I wouldn't say you need a handheld fan. Like, you can use like a piece of paper, but it just makes me feel bougie. What can I say? So let's find out about this. As you can see, new as we get. Como que tiene un tinte. It has like a little kind of color to it. Why? Soybean. So when it comes to makeup, I've been doing makeup on and off since I want to say 13. I guess from there, like when I got my first job at 15, I started buying makeup, my own makeup. I remember the first stuff I ever bought was for my eyebrows. So eyebrows is a big part. Eyebrows is a big part of your face. And bitch, when your shit does not look right, nothing looks right. You know what I'm saying? Like, your face could look amazing, but if your eyebrows look crazy, for example, mine right now, as you can see, one is longer than the other. Shit just don't look right. And you may be wondering, why is one eyebrow longer than the other? How do you say? I did want to cut off the tail, but then I was like, ooh, like, let me see what it looks like a little bit longer. Why didn't we start off longer and go shorter, you may ask? That's a good question. We'll do that next time. It's 2025. Why do we still have dry lips? And you'll be wondering, bitch, your lips are dry right now. That's because I just took it off talking all this fucking excessiveness, like excessive speaking. Shea butter. Shea butter. Or cocoa butter, Vaseline. Okay, skin feels good. We have a little like slight tackiness. Before this, because this is my first time using this, I would use the Clinique Even Pore. Oh, Even better, pore defying primer. This is cool, but there's no tackiness to it, and it's not silicone, but it feels like silicone. I just recently found out about this underpainting from TikTok, which, if you think about it, it makes sense, you know, to kind of bring out contrast and kind of bring out depth, and then set it a powder version of it. Um, Usually I do go in with eyebrows first. And before we do any type of eyebrows, I like to put primer, powder on my eyebrows. Why do I do this? I like to make sure my eyebrows don't go anywhere throughout the day. This is the Fenty Beauty Instant Setting slash Blotting Powder. Yeah, this brush is Real Techniques, I believe. It is a contour brush, but this is what it looks like. Obviously I don't use it for contour. I use brushes how I want to use them. And I suggest you use the same thing. Of course, it kind of helps with how they label them, but I personally will never use this brush for contour. Why? Because I feel like it's too small. That the powder is in there. Because, like I said, I want my eyebrows to last all day. Even tomorrow, I dare say. Bitch. The fuck is my eyebrow pencil? Bitch, oh my god. My neighbor just scared me fucking straight. Bitch. The reason why I said that is because, bitch, I go out to my car looking for my eyebrow pencil and then I fucking hear, excuse me. Somebody deep ass voice. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? I look back and it's a little ass kid. He's talking about, I ordered a package to your house. Mind you, I'm fucking shaking in my boots. I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck? Clearly, I think that situation is deeper than it needs to be. So there's that. Anyways, let's get to it. I went out to the car looking for my eyebrow pencil. You know, it's funny because it was in the car because I was ready to return this as if this color was too light for me. And then when I still feel like I need to go darker, but the only issue is with this NYX micro brow pencil is the next darker color is black. I feel like this is a light brown. Anyways, I feel like I should skip this part of me doing my eyebrows because this requires heavy concentration and just fucking not breathing. I'll be right back. So as I'm doing my eyebrows, I realized that they are not the same. But we already knew that. Let's address the elephant in the room. Last time I posted a short was about a week ago, and I was talking about how I tried this lamination product, this brow lamination, and this eyelash lift. Um, in the lift, no, in the eyelash lamin. Whoa, what the fuck? In the eyebrow lamination, it is required for you to use the nutrition oil. Doesn't fucking say why, but I now understand. My eyebrow hairs are so fucking hard and coarse. As I was doing my eyebrows, I'm like, fuck, like this shit is hard. So there's something that you might wanna fucking take into account when you do your eyebrow lamination, because that shit was tough. And since it is so tough, it's not really blending as much as I would like to, how I'm used to. So anyways, now we shall do the eyebrow carving. For eyebrow carving, I use the Infallible Coverage Concealer. What shade is this? In the shade Cashmere 360. I tend to put my products on the back of my hand because as someone who has acne, you don't necessarily want to be transferring that stuff into your product, especially if you want your product to, I don't fucking know, not have a active bacteria overgrowth. Bitch, I don't know. It just makes sense. For carving out my concealer, I use this very flat brush and I press it as much as I can because, bitch, I want my shit to be sharp. To carve out, you see how like hideous that shit looks. To carve out our eyebrows, but you need to lock the fuck in. This is an ombre situation. So I was not kidding when I said you had to literally hold your breath. Is my primer starting to peel? I don't know if you can see that. Ooh. So what I meant by ombre is we start off little and then we get excessive. I do want to let this sit for a little bit. So as that is sitting, we will keep this brush in our back pockets. Why? Because this brush is very important as to what we do to color correct all of our acne scars and active acne. To do so, I use I want to say like a stippling brush because it's not really, I wouldn't use this for eyeshadow because it's too big and too dense to kind of be in my eyeshadow. Because if I wanted it to be like in a, that's for another video, that's for another day, that's for another topic. And we use green to color correct our red. Or I like to use Q-tips. Wondering, Duddies, why are we using green on our face? Like, that's fucking wicked. It's not, Jessica, it's not wicked. It is canceling out all that redness that we have. Okay, this is how we are looking. Take our brush. And this is when I start to use setting spray. I don't know about using matte though. Like, that's kind of, I like to wet my brushes prior to begin blending if it dried out a bit. I know I've had family members and other people ask me like, why do you take so long on your makeup? Or why, or I can do my makeup in 5 minutes, like, and get the same result. Well, Stephanie, in reality, bitch, you do your makeup how you want to do it and leave me the fuck out of it, because I'm not saying shit about nothing about your makeup. Because if you like it that way, then that's your business. Who am I to tell you what to do? But you're not gonna sit here and come at me for the way I do my makeup, because bitch, it's none of your business. Like, so our eyes have been sitting for quite some time. We're gonna first begin to blend out that bone, like that concealer that's on our bone. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So we're gonna use a brush like this. We're gonna once again wet our brush, and we are gonna just begin. Uh-oh. I don't think that setting spray helps me the way I'm intending for it to help me. If makeup is an art and you want to just kind of fix mistakes as you go, because mistakes are just bound to happen. For example, me picking up that setting spray. I'm going to take a brush like this, make sure it's wet. So yeah, there's starting to be some peeling right here and under this eyebrow. Oh, there's starting to be some peeling right here. That's not good at all. Usually I don't have any problems with peeling. And I always use powder before I do my eyebrows, so that's nothing new. I'll go more in depth into that underpainting I was talking about. So, to do so, you want to find your concealer again. You want to get your blush and your contour stick. For the underpainting, I am going to use the Butter Glow. So, for concealer, we're going to go back to this brush. You don't want to go too heavy with this because we're going to put more stuff on. And I'd hate for you to be looking cakey. So, with the underpainting, we are creating illuminosity. We are highlighting where light naturally hits our face. Okay, this is how I'm currently looking with this. I don't want to blend out quite yet. For contour, we are going to be using the NYX Wonder Stick in the shade Medium. This here we are creating depth, as in adding shadows to our face. I think this shit is taking too long, so I need to speed it the fuck up. And as for blush, as you can see, I really like using the dots. I don't really have much of an option when it comes to Q-tips. Silly goose. That brush we use to blend out our eyes, to blend out the concealer. Once again, I make sure that my brush is wet because I want the product to blend. To blend out, we look up and we tap. We don't want to be dragging shit out because that shit looks a mess. So right now we are underpainting. We are not. This is essentially going to get covered up. To concealer, you want to work quickly. You have a good setting spray that's gonna work with blending out. But as I've been talking shit about this setting spray, I don't think I really want to use it. Like I said, this is a new way for me to do my makeup. I've never been one to really wear that much makeup, or in a sense, I really couldn't growing up. I really couldn't. Whenever I wanted to do my makeup, I have to do it in my room and be kind of shut up, kind of hush hush about it because just kind of couldn't because my mom was not a big fan. I do blend my contour into my hairline because I feel like it helps with giving a more seamless, more, I don't want to say natural, but more like it all fits in together. That might be a problem I don't really like. So whenever I do my blush and my contour, as you can see, I kind of dip into the blush and we have a little bit of pink going on. What's the problem? I don't like that shit at all. I will wait to do my blush like after I do concealer and contour because I'm not feeling that at all. If you were normal, you might want to use a smaller brush for your nose because why the fuck would you use a big ass brush to blend out your nose? Bitch, resources are limited for me, so we doing the best we can, girl. We doing the best we can. What we got? Hopefully it doesn't come out too pink. I do like to blend my blush into my eye and into my eyebrows. Does that make any sense? This is just the underpainting. I like it. I think it's very cutesy. I dare even say I could just go out like this. But I don't think I want to do that. Next, we shall apply foundation. For foundation, I use the NYX Blur. This is also something that is new to me. I've only used it like 3 times. I think it's not my color. Maybe that's why I've only used it a couple times. So I guess we'll find out. It is golden light. If it has golden, it may mean that it's a yellow undertone, and I don't think I'm a yellow undertone. I think I'm a green undertone. So I guess you be the judge of it. Medium coverage. And it's matte. So I think what I pumped out was way too much, dude. Like way too much, bruh. I got this new buffing brush from Real Techniques, so I'm really excited. I've never really used a kabuki brush. Yeah, cause I wouldn't consider this a kabuki brush. So yeah, let's see how this works. I don't know if I want to spray this or not. Should we just be like, fuck it? No, I don't know how to be like, fuck it. Okay, let's see. I don't want to go too much under my eyes because I will be using a concealer again. So whenever I use foundation, I will use a brush for the first blend, and then I will go in with a sponge. I guess the best way I can put it is when you paint, you know that you can see the brush strokes, and I don't really want that. So when you mix the two tools, it only makes sense to me. Because right then and there, when I just dragged that, I probably took off hella product. Okay, so that was the kabuki brush. I don't even think it is called a kabuki brush. And this is why I say you need a water bottle. I don't know if I really like these sponges. They feel so dense, and I don't know if they're really doing the job I wanted to do. I really like Real Techniques. I really do. I guess I wanted to go even more cheaper alternative to sponges, because with sponges you don't want to keep sponges too long, even if you clean them often, just because a sponge is just breeding grounds for bacteria overgrowth again, because you can't really clean the center well. And I guess if you really think about it, you can't really clean the center of a brush that well either. So I don't know how long the max is for keeping a sponge. Blend that shit into your ear. Like, you want this shit to look like it's you. Like, you don't want it to fucking leave like lines of essentially demarcation anywhere. Concealer that I first used by L'Oreal, and we're only gonna use a smidgen, a smidgen of it. You might want to use, what the fuck? My light died. But anyways, let's up. Oh, I think this light is brighter than what we had it before at. Fuck. Oh my god, that light is way brighter. This makeup look is more for longevity. Like, I want this look to last me till tomorrow. That's why we go kind of ham, because I want that shit to last. That's why we do all this layering. That's why we do all this and that, because I want that shit to last. I'll be damned if I do my makeup and it's gone in fucking 30 minutes. Alrighty, my love. So now at this point, I will go in with setting spray and kind of have everything blend together and kind of become one. You might be saying, what the fuck does that mean when you're doing makeup? Well, I want it all to blend together like clay. You want it to be smooth. You want it to just fit together. You don't want it to be separate products. It's together. It's one. Saying, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Set your face with setting spray. This is when you go in and kind of blend creases, blend a little better, blend. What I really care about is my under eye. So when I spray my face, I go in and blend my under eye. Because once that shit is set, that shit is set. My face kind of stings. It's set before you get into your powders. First, we shall go in with our pressed powder, which is that Fenty one that we used earlier. Then we're going to go in with this cute little tiny one. Why do I use a cute little tiny one? Because it's perfect for the under eyes. How the fuck am I peeling? What the fuck is that shit about, bruh? It's gotta be that fucking primer, dude. Like I mentioned, I'm an oily girl. I'm a combination skin. I tend to get oily around my T-zone, and that's pretty much it. So I like to kind of, I'm not even gonna say sit here and pack powder on, but really I use two powders because, bitch, I don't want to fucking ruin my makeup because I didn't prep well. But I will say I tend to get very dry around my smile lines. Take our powder brush from our eyebrows. Crafting. It's the awkward silence and then just, this is about crafting. Okay. Say when I purchased this brush, the way it looked in the packaging, I really thought it could, well, it's kind of going how I wanted to. I really thought it was for a kind of bronzer, contour blush, whatever fucking moment because of how it looked in the packaging. And then when I opened it, it was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I bought two foundation brushes and I was really ready to return one of them because I was like, what the fuck? I could just eat this, bro. So I just went so fucking heavy. That's what you don't want to do. So now I'm a little scared. I'm just trying to take off as much as I can because I put way too much on. It's like fucking hot cocoa on my face. Let a bitch say, so you've been doing your makeup since you was 13 and you can't fucking do this shit? Well, you're right. Because what the fuck did I just do? And then my favorite part, this is also new. Dude, this stuff is so pigmented. It's good, but it's scary. So yeah. So this brush doesn't hold as much product. So maybe it's not that scary. Hijo de tu madre. Uy. Uy. This looks like a fucking blob. Espérate. No pues wow, ya valió madre. I just really thought it was gonna come out as seamless as I did that. Bitch, what the fuck? It's okay. We'll figure it out. Oh, I got this new highlighter. Usually I use the Revolution highlighter, and it's kind of goldy, but this is pink. Why don't I see you pick up? I just like to casually tickle my ears. I feel like since I don't see it, it must not be enough. Where aren't you going as bright as I thought you were? Oh, that's pretty though. Just not as bright as I'm used to. It's the fact that my eyebrow is missing. Okay. Ew. So since my eyebrow is missing, I'm gonna fix that. Set my face though. You know what though? I recently learned today that you wanna shut the fuck up. Oh my god. That if you want your lip liner to last, you wanna use powder, and I was like, wow, what? I bought this little elf eyeshadow that I have yet to use as well. Me atrevo. I feel like that's a really dull highlighter. And then that's pretty much my base. I do have like strip lashes, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really good at strip lashes. Maybe it's this brand, or this type of style, but like I feel like I know how to put lashes on, but those, like, I struggle hella with those. So ni me atrevo because fuck. So I spoke earlier. I did a lash lift. I feel like that shit didn't really work unless you count the 3 lifted lashes that I always have. Like, even after I wash my face. Oh hell no! I'm never using that fucking primer again. Hell no. Ugh. upside to doing a lash lift that when I do this, my lashes last longer. Like if I were to just use this solo, like no mascara that day or nothing, my lashes last longer. I can tell you that much. But as for, you know, the whole point was for me not to use this. But at least there's that, you know. It's a scary experience doing your own lash lift just because you're working with fucking a perm in your eyes, and it's like that shit is strong. And it's no joke. Like if you don't know what you're doing, like me, well, I don't really give a fuck. That's why I did it. But I feel we should pay professionals to do that shit. On some real shit. The one I already have is brown though. Oh shit, I don't know what the fuck this is. Are they the same? They gotta be the same. Maybe I'm just talking shit. I like the brown. I do. But I guess I wanted something more pizzazz. That was a really shitty job of winged eyeliner. Not gonna sit here and lie to you, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I just keep looking at my under eye. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like right here, this is where we had a problem area earlier. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if it's the primer. I don't know. Because I really didn't do shit differently. I don't know if it was the skin prep. I don't want to do lashes. Just because I know I'm going to fuck it up. And it's just going to be glue everywhere. And it's like a whole fucking thing. Like, that shit's annoying. Alrighty, my love. This is the finished look. If I were to be going out somewhere like hectic, like if I was going out for real, and not just to the fucking corner store, I would have used another setting spray. As I look at myself, I feel like something's missing, and bitch, where the fuck is your lips at? Let me see. Hmm. I'm stuck. I'm stuck in between. Mahogany is cute. Is this mahogany? Yeah. I guess I'm gonna see if this is long wearing, cause that setting spray is new, or maybe the setting spray once again. You know, maybe it's the setting spray. But I see that the only problem area I have is right here, right here. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck I am without brown lip liner. This is cute too. This moment calls for a gloss, huh? I haven't opted out for a gloss in a while. But yeah, usually, whenever, so I just started doing this thing where I put blue eyeliner on my waterline, and it's so pretty, but I feel like a little bit more extra, and I'm not really going nowhere fancy. Let me fix my fucking hair, because what the fuck? Like, I feel like Alrighty, so if you stayed to the end of this video, I want to thank you so much for watching. We used a bunch of new products that some are staples, some are not. We used some new brushes. We kind of talked about if we liked it or not. We tried new stuff. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully it was helpful in some kind of way, some kind of form. And if you were entertained, I don't fucking know. Yeah, thank you.